The march of the eastern animals sent tremors through the entire forest kingdom. For the first time in many seasons, every single creature, from the tiniest field mouse to the tallest giraffe, stood side by side. They faced the stone hills where the central council made its rules. The council had grown anxious. They had expected this march to simply fade away, but with each passing day, it grew stronger. Still, they kept the lion Kanu locked away, believing that by hiding one lion, they could silence the entire plain. They were deeply, profoundly wrong. For 7 long days, the animals from the east camped right outside the council gates. They didn't shout. They didn't start any fights. Their silence was a weapon, more powerful than any roar could ever be. Omega the gazelle spoke once each morning, his voice clear and steady. We seek fairness, not trouble. We seek dignity, not dominance. Release our lion. His words carried on the wind. Soon, even animals from distant regions began to join the gathering. Some arrived quietly in the night. Some brought food to share. Others simply stood in a silent show of respect. The council could no longer pretend not to see them. Their united presence was impossible to ignore. That same night, deep inside the cold stone cave, Kanu felt a new strength rising within him. Strength he thought he had lost forever. He pushed himself to his feet and pressed a heavy paw against the cold stone bars of his prison. He whispered to the darkness, "My plains, you have become my roar." And for the first time since his capture, he lifted his head and let out a deep, low growl. It was weak, strained, and raspy, but it was enough. The sound traveled through the tiny cracks in the cave walls, leaked into the cool night air, and rolled down the hills like the rumble of distant thunder. And the eastern animals heard it. Their eyes widened in the dark. Their hearts began to pound in their chests. A murmur spread through the crowd. Kanu is still alive. Kanu still roars. Hope exploded among them like a sudden sunrise, chasing away the shadows of doubt. The very next morning, the council gathered atop the hill, their fear poorly disguised as anger. "These animals dare to challenge us," one of them snarled. "We cannot show any weakness," another insisted. "If we release him now, others will rise up against us." But then, the oldest elder, a wise gray-footed wolf, stepped forward. His voice, though trembling with age, shook the chamber. "Strength is not found in cages," he declared. "True strength is found in a kingdom where every single creature feels valued and heard." For the first time, the council fell silent. They paused. They listened. As the sun began to set, the heavy wooden gates of the cave groaned and creaked open. Lion Kanu stepped into the fading light. He was thin, but his spirit was unbroken. He was bruised, but he was undefeated. He was quiet, but his presence was powerful. The plains below erupted not with noise, but with silent tears of pride. Omega the gazelle bowed his head deeply. Kanu reached out and touched his friend's head gently. "You led them when I could not," Kanu said, his voice full of gratitude. "You all became lions." From the hills above, the council watched, finally realizing a profound truth. You can cage a lion, but you can never cage a people's spirit. And so, the kingdom changed forever. A new council of fairness was formed, and animals from the east were finally given a voice. Food and protection were shared equally among all, and the story of Lion Kanu became a legend told for generations to come. Not because he fought, and not because he roared the loudest, but because he awakened the courage that was sleeping inside of everyone else. The lion walked free, but it was the plains that truly rose.